from the heart of New York City.
It's Today with Jenna
and Sheinelle.
We got it. Yeah, we're shining today.
With today's guest, actress and advocate Laverne Cox.
Everything feels alright with Jenna and Sheinelle. We're shining today.
Hi, everybody. It is Tuesday, June the 9th. Thank you for waking up with us today.
Sheinelle, if y'all just saw what was happening, Sheinelle's walking around with a bowl of ramen from the
rosé and ramen.
A rosé and a ramen bowl, which, like, the ramen is now cold.
This is the thing. This is how much we love our children. So sometimes on the show, I'll eat something, and when we all are eating in the morning, and I'll go, and when a guest is on, and I'll say, oh, Kyan would like this, or oh, Claire would love this.
So you're taking that ramen bowl
home? So I'm taking it home to Kyan. I literally have a to-go thing.
Oh, you have a to-go bowl. Okay, I thought you were carrying around a bowl.
Oh, no, it's crazy, though, because he's in school, he's got a full day, but literally...
Pop that baby in the microwave.
What's going to hurt my feelings if he's like, no, thanks. I'm like, oh, no, I've been carrying around this ramen all day.
And also do what I sometimes do, which is pretend I made it.
Yeah, well, I've done that, too.
Don't you like that?
Oh, my gosh.
They're like, wow, these brownies are good. I'm like, straight out of the oven.
Yeah, and really Martha Stewart made them.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Okay, well, we love around here, and one of our favorite people, Andy Cohen, has a new love in his life.
That's a good picture of Andy. I'm happy for Andy. So last week, we talked about this. There were these photos that were snapped showing Andy holding hands on a birthday outing with Kevin. How do you say his last name? Is it
Sobieski?
Sobieski. He was here in the city. You know what? When someone is willing to hold hands in New York City and walk down the street, that means you are in love. You're in it.
Launched. Well, yesterday on his radio show, he confirmed that he's officially taken. Take a listen.
People have asked me for a long time, when are you going to get a boyfriend? Why don't you have a boyfriend? And I have always said, I will know when I meet the person. I don't want to be with the wrong person. I value my time too much. I value my life too much.
Same.
And I have great friends and a great life and great kids. And, my criteria about what I was looking for never changed. It's always been a feeling for me, and I've always followed the feeling. And I am really happy to say that I met the person, you guys.
Aww.
I met the person.
That's even deeper than I thought.
Yeah, and he talked about like the feeling and listening to that feeling, and I think that can be applied to romantic relationships, but it can be applied to everything.
To anything. Decisions you have to make, big decisions you may have to make, when you're at a crossroads and you're not sure what to do. I do think that tuning in, like he said, listening to that gut feeling matters. I think the key is, and we talked about this morning, giving yourself space to be able to hear yourself think.
Yeah.
And you can't go with your gut instinct when you're moving around all the time, you're talking all the time, like you're just not giving your body a chance to be still.
Or you're on your phone, or you're asking other people without... for advice, which is great, but without actually giving yourself time to go inward and think like, would this make me happy? Do I want this? Or am I just doing this for others?
For others. It's so interesting because I think about Andy, and you think about when he's like at the center of all these shows and sometimes the drama of it all. So he has a front row seat to seeing when things go to the left.
Yes.
And so I wonder if that gives him pause and he's a bit more careful for himself when it comes to, jumping into a relationship.
When was the last time you really felt like you had to listen to yourself?
Gosh, coming back to work.
Yeah.
How.
Like, when was it right?
When was it right? This show, and you know what? It's been the best thing.
Yeah.
And I'm not just saying that but this has been like.
No, but it's so funny because I thought you were going to say that.
Yeah.
Because I remember we had a lot of phone calls.
We did.
And I was sitting on my front porch and Hal kept running out. And he's like, I'm ready for my shower.
Yeah, I do. You're like, hold on, I'm talking to Sheinelle.
I'm like, give me 4 more minutes. And then he run out in 4 minutes. He's like, I'm still ready. But I remember you being like, okay, I just need to think on, I just need the space to be able to think, is this the right decision for me?
And I think what's rewarding, and I think you'll find this if you're at the crossroads of any kind of decision, whether it's dating or whatever it is, when you listen to your gut. I remember, I think Gail used to say, when you bet on yourself, and it works out and you do the right thing and it feels good, it's rewarding because it lets you know that that was the right thing.
Yeah.
And you learn to listen to yourself all the time. And I think that's what Andy was saying. It's like,
exactly.
so now he doesn't make a move until he gets still.
I feel like it's the most important thing to teach our kids. It's like what feels right, you know? And I'm like, I don't want to get into too much stuff, but like there was something going on with one of my kids and they were feeling odd about a situation. And instead of trying to like pacify it, I was like, oh, no, I don't want to like push her into hanging out with somebody she doesn't feel good about because I want her to learn how to trust her own self. And if something feels funky, you don't say, well, are you sure? Like, you know, you just listen.
Because you don't know what she's feeling.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that. Oh, that was good.
All right. Okay. Should we talk about J-Lo?
Let's do it. A recent J-Lo interview has the internet divided, guys. This was on an episode of Subway Takes, which we love around here.
Yes.
So she gave her take, and it's a hot one, on what makes a real New Yorker. Listen to this.
So what's your take?
You have to be born in New York to be a New Yorker. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I know everybody
agree.
wants to claim the city.
No, I know.
Everybody wants to claim our city, but you have to be born in New York. You have to be born in one of the 5 boroughs to be a New Yorker.
Let's say I've been here for 50 years. I'm 90 years old. And you go, are you a New Yorker? And I go, no.
I have to say no. You live in New York. You take on characteristics of New Yorkers, probably by that time. You have a New York sensibility.
Ooh.
It's a hot take.
It is a hot take. As you can imagine, it caused a ton of reaction. Even the New York Times wrote about it, you know? I mean, are you a New Yorker if you weren't born here? Jennifer Lopez says no. So here's the thing. Do you remember during Sex and the City?
Yes.
They talked about this on an episode. Carrie Bradshaw said, I remember she said it takes, on average, exactly 10 years of living in the city to officially become a New Yorker.
Yeah.
And so now it's so interesting. Wherever you go, I remember when I first moved here about 13, 14 years ago, people would say, well, as soon as you've lived here for 10 years, you're a New Yorker. She kind of made that a truth, if you will.
Yeah, exactly. It became like the cultural norm.
Yeah.
It's so interesting because like if somebody said, it's also where are you from, right? Because if somebody's like, where are you from? I'm like, I'm Texan. Or some, you know.
You know, I say I'm from Kansas
right?
all day.
We take those, we're proud to be from there. So we say that. So I think what she's saying essentially is that like if you were born here,
there's a pride there.
There's a pride.
Yeah.
But when you think about it, like Carrie Bradshaw, Sarah Jessica Parker.
I mean, she is New York to me.
Not born here.
Right? Wow.
Nope. She was born in Ohio.
Ohio?
Other famous people that were not born
Spike
here.
Lee? I just assumed Spike Lee was born and raised in New York. I don't know where he's from.
Yeah.
Oh, he's from Georgia. He was born in Georgia.
So it's interesting. So you don't consider yourself a New Yorker?
And when people say, where are you from? I say, well, I live in New York, but I'm from Kansas.
Yes, me too.
Yeah. I say, or I'm a Midwestern girl living in the city.
But also, like, what if in Kansas or in Texas, what about the person from California that moved to Austin and raised all of her children there? Would she not say she's Texan? No, she'd probably say, I'm from California, but I live in Texas.
The only thing that hurts is when I go home, and as soon as I get to the airport, it's Dwight Eisenhower Airport now, I feel like a New Yorker in Kansas. I feel like I have to.
Is that because things are a little slow?
Slow. Like we move so quickly in conversations and in movement. And so I'll get to the airport and just as soon as I get to the airport and like the person in front of me is just
I always say to Henry, wherever we go, because we both get a little like agitated because things aren't fast enough. I'm like, we gotta like wash the New York out of our hair. We gotta like, this is our problem and not theirs. So like, you know, you're waiting on a coffee or something and you're like, wait, why is this taking 1 hour and 45 minutes? And you're like, slow it down.
Let's slow down. There's beauty in slowing it down. We're being still and we're slowing it down today.
Yes, exactly. And listening to our guts.
All the things.
All right, y'all. Coming up next, actress Laverne Cox is here.
She is out with a very revealing new memoir all about her childhood, her family, and her relationships. And Laverne will join us right after this.
Laverne Cox is an acclaimed actress, but her road to fame wasn't easy, and now she's getting candid about becoming the woman she is today.
We'll chat with Laverne in just a moment, but first, let's take a look at how she became a Hollywood trailblazer.
When we own our stories, we can write a brave new ending.
Few people have changed Hollywood the way Laverne Cox has. After struggling as an actress for years, she broke through on Orange is the New Black as hairdresser inmate Sophia.
I made my own Couture. Conversation and carry size 13.
This launched her to become one of the most visible trans women in history, making her the first to appear on the covers of Time magazine and British Vogue. She was one of Glamour magazine's Women of the Year in 2014 and the first trans actress nominated for a Primetime Emmy Award, later winning an Emmy for her documentary, The T Word.
This is a celebration of those differences, as well as how we're the same.
After hosting E's live from the red carpet and making more TV and movie magic, Laverne is stripping back her signature glamour in her new memoir, Transcendent. In it, she tells the raw story of how she survived abuse, depression, and transphobia long enough to blaze this trail.
Oh, this is so, we were just saying this is a beautiful book.
Thank you.
Very vulnerable.
Yeah.
You even say there are things in this book you haven't told your own therapist or dear friends of yours.
There's so much to talk about in therapy. You know? Like, we just haven't gotten to it yet. I've always been really guarded, I guess, my whole life. And I'm open with my friends, and I actually feel kind of more comfortable, like, being open, like, on TV or in my work than I do with my really, really good friends. And I think because early betrayal, abuse, bullying, I just learned not to trust people. But the good thing about that is the people who are close to me, they've earned it. And I feel really safe and loved and protected by the people.
Well, one thing we've talked about on this show a lot, when you're honest with people, it can be healing for some, it can be teachable for some. And with a book, no one can talk back. They just sit back and they hear your story. And you're very open about your childhood. And you say there were times where you were harassed by peers, even teachers sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
You know, even your own family at times. Take us back a little bit and what you wanted to share.
I mean, I've talked about the bullying before, and bullying feels kind of like, it almost feels like it makes it a little light. I was
like too small.
Yeah. I was beaten up. I was violently attacked daily by other children, like spanked violently by teachers. My mother believed in corporal punishment, so there was a switch.
It's almost like they were trying to change you, and so the more, you know, or some.
But I think with my mother, I know that this spanking and the switch was really a vestige of like her father and slavery. That's how I understand it, and it was a big controversy with Torrey and that. Cheyenne, whatever her name is, who was not a doctor, but ultimately, when you spank kids. They don't learn a lesson because they're in survival mode. You're actually in that limbic brain, so you're not processing because you're just in survival. When we're in survival mode and we don't feel safe, we can't process. So spanking doesn't really work. But it's just the way things were. But hopefully we learn better and we do better.
You're one of the things you write a lot about, and really throughout the book, is your relationship with your mom.
Yeah.
You dedicate the book to her.
Yes.
And yet you and you still probably have a complicated relationship.
It's very complicated with my beautiful mother.
I mean, you found forgiveness for her.
She, like, you know, someone recently asked me who was the person in your life who, you know, betrayed you the most, and I've said my mother. And because, like, I understand now that, like, a mother or parent is supposed to protect you and love you for who you are and not for what you do. And I now understand through a lot of therapy, through Bell Hooks' work, in her book All About Love, Bell Hooks writes that there was a difference between care and love. And when I read this, and she says Bell Hooks herself understood that her parents cared for her, put food on the table, put clothes on her back, but that they didn't love her because love isn't supposed to hurt. Love isn't supposed to be abusive, right? So there's a difference. And I think that's the situation with my mother. She did a really good job of caring for me, but I don't think she loved me, and I don't think she had the capacity to. I'm a very complicated person to understand, but I understand now that she did the best she could, that she too was deeply traumatized, and a lot of that trauma has been unprocessed, and what she did do with my brother and me was pretty remarkable. I like myself, and I think I've turned out pretty well, and that is also a result of my mother, and so, she's imperfect, as we all are, but now that I'm an adult, I'm responsible for healing that. I'm responsible for repairing what I can do and meeting her where she is. Because I have a deeper capacity for evolution and being teachable than she might at this stage in her life.
Can you talk to me about having the language of trans? I'm sure that probably wasn't on your radar, you know, obviously back then. And you probably didn't learn about it maybe until you were an adult. But how did you come out to yourself? Because I'm sure it was a process as trans.
Until the conversion therapy in 3rd grade, I was like, I'm a girl, but everybody's telling me I'm a boy, so there must be a difference between boys and girls. And I was just sort of like, that's sort of how I understood it. Like, I was like, they're telling me I'm a boy, but like I'm a girl, but so it
So
must
when you would
not
look in the
be anything.
mirror, like when did you, so for people, you know, to learn, when did you always felt like you were a girl?
Inside, when I looked in the mirror, I felt really ugly as a child. I felt very, very unattractive, very ugly. I'm trying not to re-traumatize myself by telling all this.
Don't.
I won't. I'm
You're strong
responsible
enough.
for that.
Yeah.
I felt not pretty, not the way I wanted to, and then puberty really made it all worse. And so disassociation, like leaving my body, like escaping into fantasy, was how I coped with all of that. And the brilliant thing, and the conversion therapy really made me. I mean, because what my 3rd grade teacher, Ms. Ridgway, said to my mother is, your son is going to end up in New Orleans wearing a dress if we don't get him into therapy right away. So that sentence and the conversion therapy was like, okay, it made me try to suppress as much as possible my feelings of being a girl. And I just internalized a lot of self-hatred about that because I became a problem, right? Like, my mother didn't have time, like, or money to be taking a child to therapy, to deal with. My mother was working 4 jobs. And like, me being a problem to my mother was like the worst thing that I could be. So that was not something I ever wanted to be. So the beautiful thing about life and about me is that even though I was trying to push down my femininity, I had to express it. So in high school, I started wearing makeup and women and girls clothes. When I finally made it to New York in 1993, I would be described as sort of gender nonconforming. We didn't have that language then, but I was wearing dresses and makeup every day, and I had long hair. I hadn't started any medical transition. And then I met trans women in New York in the club scene, and they were amazing human beings, amazing women. And I watched a particular woman I talk about in the book transition. I met her when I first moved to New York in 1993 at Webster Hall. And over the years, I saw her transition, I saw her transformation. I was just like, oh, this is possible. Yeah. And she, like, I was like, she was statuesque and striking before, but she was stunning afterwards. And I was like, oh, I can do that. And then watching her was like a huge inspiration for me. And I was scared out of my mind because I internalized all these things about trans people, but then I just got to a point by 1998 where I was just like, I can't lie to myself anymore. I will die if I keep trying to live this lie. I have to do something to try to be happy, to try to like be in the world. Yeah. And the miracle is when I started my medical transition, I actually started to like live in my body more. I disassociated since puberty. I started to actually enter my body and like be more present with myself. And then that allowed me to actually be able to begin to deal with the childhood trauma. It allowed me to feel like I have a life and I could be in the world and be human. And it was truly life-saving, truly life-saving. It didn't make like street harassment any easier. That stayed awful and terrible, and the treatment from the world stayed awful and terrible, but I was me.
And you were okay with yourself.
Yeah.
But it's why you're such an advocate. This book is so important. It's so beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you for writing it.
So vulnerable.
Thank you.
Yes.
Laverne's memoir, it's called Transcendent. It's out today. You can get it.
Yes.
Congratulations at today.com/books.
Or go to your local indie bookstore. Coming up next, we are kicking off a new dating series.
Oh.
Get ready to meet our fabulous bachelor and the son who nominated him right after this.
What's his deal?
All right, today we are excited because we are kicking off a brand new dating series. And since Father's Day is right around the corner, we are starting off with
Date My Dad. Not our dads, other dads.
Yeah.
We asked you to nominate the eligible men in your life, and we found a great guy. So let's meet our bachelor, Steven, who was nominated by his son, Michael.
I am nominating my dad, Stephen Halasnik, to be on Date My Dad. I believe it is high time that he found a new partner for himself to share his world and his life.
Hi, my name is Stephen. I'm 61 years old. I live 45 minutes outside New York and New Jersey. I have 2 amazing sons who are thriving and lucky that they're doing so well. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I've built 7 very successful companies, and I still own 2 of them.
My dad was definitely the dad of dads. He was always present, coached every single rec league up until 8th grade. He was always checking in, always taught me that education is really important because he's someone who truly believes in learning and loving to learn.
I was happily married for 26 years to my wife, Gina, who I loved. We had a fantastic marriage. And when I met her, I'm typically somebody who doesn't get nervous. And when I saw her, I got weak in the knees, and her smile was just infectious. She was my best friend. Unfortunately, Gina passed away 5 years ago unexpectedly from a cardiac arrest.
It was a really rough time for my family. It was really traumatic for all of us in different ways because she was all of our best friends.
You know, it took me a year or 2 to kind of try to get my life back. This new chapter that I'm heading on, it's trying new things. Several months ago, I started taking up dancing lessons. I went to my first EDM concerts. We took up scuba diving as a family. It's about like getting more out of life. I've been dating now for 4 years. It's been a whole learning experience for somebody who hasn't dated in 30 years. I mean, they've been fun. I just kind of haven't met the right one yet. I just, want to find my best friend again.
We're all swooning over here. It's so lovely.
Beautiful.
And so nice for y'all to be here. So, Michael, let's start with you.
Yeah.
Why would somebody be lucky to date your dad?
Well, I think my father has a lot to offer anyone. He's a successful person. He's a hardworking person. He's a great father. I also think that my father's just a fun person.
Mm-hmm.
He has many interests, and, I think whoever my father finds would be lucky to have them in their life. And, I just hope that they can really be best friends together.
Oh,
By the way, Stephen, it's worth it just
Oh, my
for that.
God. I know. What a son of the year right here. You must be so proud.
I wanted to hear what he was going to say.
I know. Well, so first of all, how awesome is that you have a son who is willing to say, you know what, I want my dad to have companionship and friendship, which is a beautiful thing. So on that note, what are you looking for in a partner?
Like I said, I've been dating for about 4 years, and the hardest part has been someone who we have great conversations with. I mean, you guys know, you spend a lot of time with somebody, and you really want to be on the same intellectual, conversational level. And that's been really important to me. I'm looking for a best friend with great benefits. And, conversation's really important. The second one is I can be very serious sometimes, but I need that other half of someone to bring out the lighter side of me, to make me laugh. I'm kind of like that brother you had or have that teases you constantly.
Yeah.
And you got to be able to be a good
Have
with
that.
Yeah.
What's your ideal date? Just as we're thinking about the next step in this process, what's your ideal date?
Are you thinking of going?
Well, no.
I know you're married.
Yeah, I'm married.
Yeah.
But I just meant.
Just in case.
No. I just meant as we set you up.
Yes.
Although I would.
He doesn't know.
Yeah. Okay, tell us. What would be good for a date?
Well, so I'm a fun date.
Yeah.
So listen, the first date, it has to be conversation because you have to really so it's got to be dinner.
Yeah.
And I always pick really nice restaurants, honestly.
Okay.
So that's kind of nice. And dinner, it's like 2.5 hours. I really want to get to know you.
Yeah, you don't want to just do drinks or coffee or something.
No,
You
not
want it to be
really.
without
I'll do that once in a while if I'm a little iffy, if I'm let's say. But in general, 90% of the time it's there. But if I'm paying attention and I hear something that you tell me you like to do, well, then we're going to do that in the next date or two.
Okay.
One woman said she liked hiking, so we went hiking. concerts or plays or but something fun. It kind of gets us moving.
I'm here
because
for it.
we've all gone quite a number of dates and conversations. But I would say conversations are
matter.
Matter.
I'm looking at the backdrop with this purple in these hearts. I feel like I'm in Love Connection. I'm like Chuck Woolery. God bless Chuck Woolery.
You are.
Okay, so if you or someone you know is interested in dating our bachelor, just go to JennaandSheinelle.com. And we want to thank the Personalized Matchmaking Company, by the way, 3-Day Rule, for helping us find Steven. I wish you the best.
Yes, well, we're going to see you again.
Yeah.
And we'll see how it goes. But thank you, Michael, too, for nominating your father.
Awesome.
Honestly,
I'm really excited for him.
Me too. So are we. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
We'll see you soon. Coming up next, the smart money moves you should make at any age from the author of The Automatic Millionaire, David Block, right after this. They say the best financial decision you'll make may be the one you make today. It's just a matter of getting started.
So we want to help you out with some smart money moves from best-selling author of The Automatic Billionaire, David Bach. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you. It's great to be with you.
So I think we have the market now at an all-time high, and people hear, oh, this person invested this and they made this much money, or this person did that. If you're sitting at home right now, is it too late? I think a lot of people feel like they missed the boat.
It's never too late. Okay, I've been doing this for 33 years. This book came out originally 20 years ago.
Oh, wow.
20 years ago, people thought the market was too high and wouldn't go higher. It's gone up 650% in 20 years. People thought housing would never go higher. Housing went from 150,000 to 450,000 in 20 years. The best day to invest, if you haven't invested, look, 20 years ago would have been great, but the best day to invest is today.
Okay.
And I will tell you this, the next 10 years, what I believe will be the greatest opportunity to build wealth in our lifetime. We've never seen what's about to happen. That's because of AI.
Okay. Well, some people at home that are watching, they may think, okay, today's the day to start. I've just heard David.
Yep.
What is the most important shift in mindset?
Oh, it's very simple. The decision that ordinary people have made that have helped them become millionaires is they've made a decision to pay themselves first.
What does that mean?
What that means is when you earn a paycheck, normally who gets paid first is the government. They take money from you automatically. They take taxes and Social Security. You have to step in line in front of the government and pay yourself first. And there's a formula that we know creates millionaires in America, and it is this. By the way, there's 24 million millionaires now. The formula has been you save 1 hour a day of your income automatically, 4 years, for decades.
And you put that in some sort of
401k plan.
Yes.
That's what most people have at work.
Yes.
Or an IRA account.
Right.
Roth IRA or regular IRA, self-employed, SEP IRA, but you're taking the money off the top, and the first person who gets paid is you. So whatever you earn an hour, whether it's minimum wage or more, that first hour a day has to go to you. Now, here's the problem.
Okay.
The average person is saving less than 15 minutes a day of their income.
That's an interesting way to put it. So we have a tangible example that I think is helpful. Even I just saw it just a second ago. If you save $27.40 a day, let's just say, how someone can become a millionaire. Can you explain how that works?
By the way, that sounds like that is kind of a lot of money, but if you cut out getting your morning coffee
and all
if
those
you
extra
cut
things.
out
I mean, look at the numbers. I was looking at the graphic. It's quite impressive.
The numbers are mind-boggling. So here's the thing. What does it take to blow $10,000 a year? The answer is $27.40 a day. Now, what if you took that money and you put it in your 401k plan? You invest in the stock market. In 10 years, it could be worth $159,000. In 30 years, it could be worth $1,644,000. In 40 years, it could be worth over $4,424,000. That's $27.40 a day. Now, here's where the yeah-butters come in. Yeah, but, because I've done this on social media. We've had tens of millions of views on this. Yeah, but $4.4 million won't be worth a lot of money in 40 years.
It's better than nothing.
A whole lot better than nothing. That's right. What about taxes? Well, if it's in a retirement account, you won't be paying taxes, especially if it's in a Roth IRA. Oh, but it's hard to invest in the stock market. No, it's not. You can buy an index fund. One fund I always tell people, just start with an index fund. Use the Vanguard Total Stock Market Fund, 3,600 stocks. Just buy an index fund. Get yourself going automatically.
And start to learn about what you should do. That it's like the starting, I think, is the hardest part, which is what you say. Kids, really quickly, there's a crazy opportunity coming up for children born within certain years. Tell us about this.
We're about to have retirement accounts for kids. So specifically, July 1st, there's going to be a new retirement account. The symbols, the tax code is 530A. It's going to be they're calling it the Trump account. They're going to give every American child born in January 1st, 2025 through 2028 $1,000. It's going to, so you got to sign.
But you have to invest it, right?
Well, you're going to invest it.
Yeah.
The government's going to give you the money. Now, here's the key. You have to sign up for it. So 6 million people, this is just money waiting to be given to your children. 6 million people have signed up so far. Go to trumpaccounts.gov.
You just go there and you get the money that simply if your kids are born at that time?
Well, once you register, once this thing opens up, they're going to put $1,000 into account for you. Now, here's the best part, though. That's not enough. As a parent, you'll be able to add up to $5,000 a year into these accounts. Now, when you go to this website, you're going to see what would happen as a parent if you put $14 a year away. It'll show you what happens at the age of 18. This is if somebody only puts $1,000 and doesn't add money to it. It'll grow from $6,000 or grow to $19,000 or grow to $200,000.
But still, I mean, $6,000 is $6,000 you would not have had if you don't sign up.
That was if you don't add money.
Yeah.
If you add money, what you're going to see is that you could have $13 million at the age of 55.
Wow, that's amazing.
So parents, you should add money. $14 a day, start that kid off early. Everybody who's our age always says, I just wish I had started when I was younger.
Yeah. That's right.
The point of these accounts is to give the American dream to people at a younger age.
Really smart.
And this is also about financial literacy, because everything that I've always taught in the Automatic Millionaire and spent 33 years doing, this should have been taught in school.
Yes.
And it wasn't. And so part of this new accounts is a literacy campaign to get young people started.
It's so important. Thank you so much.
you.
To check out David's book, The Automatic Millionaire, which should be taught in schools, head to today.com/books.
All right, up next, spend your summer on the beach. We have everything you need after this. The warm weather is here, which means fun beach days are ahead. So here to show us her must-have essentials is wellness and lifestyle expert Liz Plosser. Hi.
Okay, hi. Let's talk about the shoe wear.
Yeah, let's start with Reefs. These sandals are so comfortable. They're known for that. They come in men's, women's, and kids sizes. But look at this, y'all. It's got a hidden little
bottle opener. How funny is that?
So whether you have a Coke bottle,
Although you are
or a
opening,
beer,
can
I'm
I
gonna
just
let
say,
you have that.
you are opening the beer that you're going to drink with the bottom of your shoe.
Yeah, I know, but
whatever.
You know.
Yeah, it's a good time.
It's protected. Also, I made them bring these just for you.
Oh,
I
that
know
is so
how you
funny.
love your sandals.
That shape. That's
so
hilarious.
comfy, so stylish.
About to be your trademark.
All right, beach bags. You know, you're hustling. It's chaos. I know. I always come with
These are
snacks,
cute.
ladies. They're so cute. So that bottom part is actually a zippered cooler.
How good is that for
So you can keep your snacks and
or
your
if
beverages
you're taking
cold.
your kids to camps.
That's right. Yeah.
I like this.
Bring it as your carry-on. Look how much stuff you can get in
Yeah.
there. And there are a zillion pockets. Netted ones, zipper ones. You can put in your sunscreen, your
I love
sunglasses, your beach toys. All of it. I love
that.
it.
Okay, this is cute. Like a beach blanket. I want one of these.
Yeah. Okay. This is only $22.
I love this.
You're going to use it all summer long. It is enormous. I mean, you basically have a mansion on the beach.
Yes.
It's water resistant, so you never are laying down, like, you know that damp towel feeling? It's not the best. It's also, the sand comes off it right away, so you just shake it right off.
My sister has one of these.
You just hose it down, right?
You hose it down, and it's got corners that
put it
actually,
in.
you put the sand inside so it stays anchored even
love
when it's
it.
windy. And it's also got stakes, so on a super windy day.
This is one of my
Tons
favorite
patterns,
things.
really fun. You can also throw it in the washing machine.
I just love it. It gives you space on the beach. And,
All right,
you know. Okay.
air couches.
Oh.
This is the sleeper hit of summer.
I mean, we would try to get in there, but
Should I
don't
get
know
in?
that I can ever. Okay, you
I
try
have
it.
pants.
You can.
I have on pants.
Yeah, go
but
take
no,
a
it's
nap.
not inflated enough.
Okay, so actually that's part of the fun of inflating it. You don't have to bring a pump down to the beach. You're gonna pick up this before it's got air in it, and you like wave it around to get air inside, and then you roll each side. Yeah, it's really cool. So that happens quickly.
Oh, that's
It's got
fun.
a tiny little pouch. It holds at least 2 adults, at least 500 pounds, and I will be watching my kids boogie
That's
board
cute.
from the shore.
From
now
the-
all
We've got
summer.
Luke.
Okay.
We've got Luke. He's playing. Oh,
good job,
okay,
Luke.
It's like skee ball.
Come on, Luke.
I love it. All right, this is called fly ball.
like-
it's
oh,
a
that's
beach
so
game,
fun.
and it is very much like
It's like
skee
skee
ball.
ball.
It seems
You're
like you
trying
have to
get in
go.
the middle.
Oh, there you
So
go.
close. You
Okay,
try
this
to
is
get
it.
in the middle target. You can do it. You can play by yourself with 2 players.
It looks addictive.
Fun for the whole family. Great
Okay,
way
let's
to
see if
entertain the
Sheinelle
kids.
can beat you, Luke.
Oh, I
Let's
love
see.
it.
Go ahead,
You
Sheinelle.
got this, Sheinelle.
You got one ball wonder. Oh,
Okay.
It's harder than it looks.
It is hard.
Liz, thank you so much.
That was
And
fun.
Be sure to check out Liz's Substack.
good.
It's called Best Case Scenario. Up next, y'all, we're going to answer some of your questions.
Don't go away.
Don't go away.
I love this for the beach. I think
you
that'd be
get it?
fun. Try it.
All right, we put the Instagram question box up, and our viewers did not hold back.
All right, so it's time to give you some answers in our series. Ask Away. Okay, you want to go first?
Sure.
Okay.
Mason Emily 27 wants to know, do you have a favorite memory together?
Yes, we do.
So mine is we went to a rooftop here in New York City about, how many years ago was that?
Like 3 or 4 or 5?
4 or 5 years ago. It started around, say, noon. Would you like to tell America when it ended?
At 9 p.m. Right?
Is that when Dylan chipped her tooth?
No.
No, she skinned her knee.
Yeah, she skinned her knee.
Yeah.
We haven't done a fun lunch in a long time, but we like to do that. It's really fun. And then also once we were here when the Olympics were happening, and we spent the entire, we're kind of like on standby, so we didn't do much, and we spent the entire time, or I did, learning TikTok dances with Sheinelle.
It was a good time.
It was fun. What do the kids do, bro? Same thing.
I love it. Okay, let's do our next one. This is from Casey NJ. She asked, do you choose your own clothes?
Yeah.
I was gonna say today I did not. I was gonna do something Knicks related, and then they didn't win. So I was like, okay, well let me keep the top. But she picked these brown pants.
I think it looks chic.
I've never worn orange and brown.
We both kind of look like we're going on some sort of safari.
There you go. Said no one ever for me.
Right. Head to our Instagram stories at Jenna and Sheinelle to submit your question.
All right, we'll be right back after this.
All right, it was so great meeting our bachelor dad, Steven. So remember, if you want to date him or you know somebody else who would like to, just tell us about it at jennaandsheinelle.com, or we may even have you on our show to meet Steven.
Oh my gosh, we'll see you back in 2 and 2. Is that what he used to do? Something like that. Tomorrow, Grammy-winning musician Phineas and actress Jane Seymour.
That'll be a great show. Bye.
Have a great.
You guys, thanks for watching.
I know. Come join us for all the fun every weekday on NBC.
Yeah, and don't forget to take us along when you're on the go.
Follow the Today with Jenna and Sheinelle podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.